Famous actors who confessed about hooking up with their on-screen partners. Matthew Perry and Julia Roberts. In his biography Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing published in 2022, Matthew Perry detailed his brief affair with Julia Roberts. Roberts only agreed to appear as a guest star on Friends if Perry's character was connected to hers. Soon after, they started dating, and at the Super Bowl, they were together. But they were only together for 2 months. Perry acknowledged that he thought Roberts wasn't good enough for her and that he was always afraid of losing him. He stopped things early rather than waiting to be rejected. Iwanski and John Cusack. Iwanski revealed her previous relationship with Say Anything co-star John Cusack in her biography Say Everything. She disclosed that the two had a brief romance following the production of their well-known 1980s picture. Sky dismissed their relationship for years, claiming it was only a matter of mutual desire. But after her divorce from Adam Horovitz, she acknowledged in her book that they fell in love. Despite their brief relationship, Sky said it was important to her emotional development as she adapted to life after her marriage ended. John Stamos and Demi Moore. In his 2023 memoir If You Would Have Told Me, John Stamos recounted an open discussion he had with writer Ali Adler and co-star Demi Moore from General Hospital. As they talked, Adler made light of their roles in the 1980s soap series, saying, "Oh my God, Blackie and Jackie. Did the two of you ever hook up?" Stamos explained how Moore and he exchanged glances, unsure of what the other might say. Moore laughed and said, "I'm not sure if we actually slept together, but I think we fooled around, after giving it some thought." Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. Carrie Fisher revealed that she and Harrison Ford had a covert connection during the 1976 Star Wars filming in her 2016 book The Princess Diarist. Despite Ford's marriage and 2 children at the time, their affair continued for 3 months. Fisher joked that their relationship in real life felt a lot like their roles in the film, saying, "It was Han and Leia during the week, and Carrie and Harrison during the weekend." She revealed this almost 40 years later, providing an inside look. Lea Michele and Matthew Morrison. Lea Michele subsequently admitted in her book Brunette Ambition that she and Matthew Morrison had a brief personal relationship prior to working together on Glee. According to Michele, she first got to know Chris Colfer, Amber Riley, Corey Monteith, and Kevin McHale while filming the pilot. But Jenna Ushkowitz and Matthew Morrison, she already knew from their Broadway days. She called Morrison a lifelong friend and said that they had dated for a brief period of time while they were both working on Broadway, calling it a fleeting romance that occurred for a Broadway beat. Maureen McCormick and Barry Williams. In a 2013 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Barry Williams disclosed that he and Maureen McCormick had dated and that he was Maureen's first kiss, years after he had portrayed step-siblings Marcia and Greg Brady on The Brady Bunch. As McCormick recounted in her memoir Here's the Story, Surviving Marcia Brady and Finding My True Voice, they shared a kiss while filming in Hawaii. She told how she knew exactly where things were going and slipped away under a full moon. They shared a long, passionate kiss, but she felt conflicted. "Although it was amazing, I secretly thought, oh no, I'm kissing my brother." Mischa Barton and Ben McKenzie. Mischa Barton discussed her previous relationship with Ben McKenzie, her on-screen boyfriend from the OC in the early 2000s, in a 2024 episode of Call Her Daddy. She called their relationship complicated, pointing out the big age difference. Mackenzie was 25 when the show began in 2003, and she was 17. "I had no idea what I was doing," Barton said, revealing that Mackenzie was her first committed relationship. "I had never done that before. Filming was difficult because they still needed to collaborate closely after their breakup. A lot had happened over the course of 3 seasons of the show," she said, looking back on that period. Michael Cera and Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza disclosed that she and Michael Cera had dated for almost a year and a half after working together on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, 2010. Rolling Stone interviewed Sarah in 2023 and said their romance almost led to an impromptu wedding in Las Vegas. In order to be able to call each other my ex-husband and my ex-wife in jest at the age of 20, he remembered that they nearly took a detour to be married with the intention of divorcing shortly after. Plaza married filmmaker Jeff Baena, who tragically passed away on January 3, 2024, while Sarah later married Nadine in 2018 and had a child in 2021.